Hi, my name is Dr. Ross Hauser. Welcome to the Hauser Neck Center here in Fort Myers, Florida. It's common for me in the office here to see college students, and it's sad, but many of them end up coming here because they actually have to take a leave of absence, and Michelle here from El Paso is one of them. And you may know her because she's kind of a prolotherapy evangelist, because I saw you probably a year ago or something,
yeah.
And you've had a dramatic improvement, like in your brain fog. So I thought it'd be great for people to hear your story, because you were really disabled when you first came, like really bad.
It was really bad. So my story kind of starts in 2020. I went to a chiropractor. They took x-rays and saw that my neck curve was gone, right? So I had a straight neck.
Why did you go see them? What symptoms were you having?
There were no symptoms. I just went with my family.
So it was like preventative.
Right,
okay.
Yeah. And then that's where I saw that I had lost my neck curve. And then that's the interesting part. I didn't have symptoms. So because I didn't have symptoms, I didn't really follow up with my care. Fast forward to 2022, I had moved to Texas and went to a new chiropractor, and that chiropractor performed high-velocity neck manipulations and injured my ligaments to the point where I had severe brain fog, day in and day out, 24/7.
You didn't have any symptoms prior to the
No.
chiropractic? Okay.
No.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. No, basically, chiropractors help a lot.
Right.
But years ago, I coined a term which is just called overmanipulation syndrome. Because people don't realize high velocity manipulation is a lot of force. Like, in other words, they're forcing the vertebrae in a certain way, and unfortunately, if they twist your neck, you could end up with instability. It's rare, but I'm sad that happened to you.
Yeah, and that's what happened to me, and I think I ended up with it because my neck curve was already gone. I already had neck issues, and then plus that, it just injured my ligaments really bad. And so I had severe brain fog. I had eyeball pain. My right side was worse. Eyeball pain, my sinus tachycardia. My heart rate would shoot up for no reason.
You actually saw cardiologists and stuff, right?
Yeah. I was going to the ER because when it first happened,
how
I had
often
no
did
idea.
you go to the ER?
Oh my God. So that happened August 2022. From August to November of 2022, I was in and out of the ER maybe like 5 times.
Because you really were scared.
I had no idea what was happening.
Okay,
no idea.
What was the highest your heart rate got?
I was laying down, and I remember it was at like 136.
Right, and you're not doing nothing.
And
it's normally
nothing.
Like 70 or something.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's when I went to the ER, and at the ER they were like, "You're fine." They chalked it up to anxiety.
Okay.
But I was like, no, something's wrong.
When did you start college?
So I've been in and out of college.
Okay.
I'm on my last semester now, but I really started to take it seriously back in my son was born in 2019.
Okay.
So in 2020, I started to take it more seriously. And then by 2022, when I got my neck manipulated, I had to stop because I couldn't do anything.
So how long were you off of school, would you say?
About 2 semesters.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how long it kind of took for me.
What ended up bringing you here? Like, how did you find me?
I found you via YouTube.
Okay, so you just were, what you were searching, like,
tachycardia
or brain fog?
No, actually, I was, because I knew it had to do with my neck, because everything started right when my neck got manipulated, and I was like, it's something in my neck. I don't know what it is. Doctors couldn't figure it out. Mm-hmm. And I started just Googling neck brain fog and things like that. Or actually, I Googled neck manipulations.
Okay.
And your video popped up.
Yeah, I
and
did.
From there, I knew it. I knew that was the answer. And sure enough, you were able to find.
Did you have clicking, popping, grinding in your neck? Or you just had neck tension or...
Pain, more so pain. Okay. Yeah, and I didn't really... There was no really clicks. Just like... I could barely hold my head up.
Okay.
When it first happened and I first got to you, I could barely hold it up.
So you were laying down a lot.
A lot.
Which was awful because you have a young kid.
Yeah. Oh, it was just survival.
Horrible.
It was just survival.
Horrible.
Yeah. I couldn't do anything.
Obviously, anybody watching this video would know right away you're highly intelligent. So so basically the brain fog, and probably you had a lot of cognitive decline,
Yes.
right? Like you said, it was impossible to go to college.
Memory was gone.
Yeah.
I could barely. If we would just talk, I couldn't remember what you said a minute ago.
Yeah.
It was gone.
I almost want to say when I first saw you, you seemed to say, you almost either said this or you implied it, like it almost feels like I'm getting Alzheimer's.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like,
I was.
How old are you now?
I'm 29.
But you know what I mean, like in your 20s, that's like your prime of life. You're not supposed to be like, I feel like an old lady, like I can't remember anything.
I couldn't remember. It was that severe that I could not remember a minute or two ago.
Okay.
It was that severe. So it was very scary. It felt, and I remember our first appointment, I think I told you, I was like, if I don't get help, I know I'm going to die.
Okay.
Like, that's how severe everything in my body started to decline.
Well, explain all the things you were feeling besides the ones you've mentioned. Digestion and different things. Dizziness.
Oh, the anxiety. Anxiety shot up. I wasn't living. Like I keep kind of mentioning, it was just about survival. Just every day, like, oh my God, what's going to happen today? Mm-hmm. My eyesight. Oh my God. Actually, that was the first symptom that I experienced.
Explain that. What were you?
So before the brain fog, before my sinus tachycardia, was my eyes. I remember I was at work, and I looked out the window, and all of a sudden I could see the sky out the window, and I saw sparkles.
Okay.
Like sparkles, and I was like, "What is that? Is that is there something in the air? What is that?" And I looked away, and I couldn't see them anymore. But then, as the days went on, I just kept seeing sparkles in my eye, like flashes of lights. And then as days progressed and it got worse, like at nighttime, I had visual snow. So just it was in the dark and I'd open my eyes, static. I could see static. And that was really frightening. Tinnitus, bad. I got, when I would lay down, I could hear it, like my ear, whoosh, 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 just constant. So my eyes were messed up, my ears were messed up, brain fog was terrible, couldn't hold my head up, my heart rate. Digestion was okay.
Okay, good.
I think because of the anxiety, I did lose my appetite for a really long time.
Okay, so why don't you explain, like, you've had, basically you've been under care for a year.
Yeah.
So how are you doing now? How are each of the symptoms doing? Like, how's the brain fog? How's the visual snow?
So oh my God, so much improvement. So much. I think when I first got here, you measured my jugular veins and they were practically shut. They were practically closed because of how bad the instability was. And now, brain fog, day to day, pretty much gone.
Good.
It kind of only happens now when I'm working.
Okay.
So I get up and down a lot, and when I get up and down a lot, it kind of increases. And even at that, it's not every single day.
Okay, good.
So it's, oh my God, that's like 90% gone. Tachycardia is pretty much gone. That kind of comes and goes a little bit here and there, but not even to the point where I would be like, it's still an issue.
Worried about it.
Memories coming back. I still have little moments of like, what was that? Like,
that's okay.
But overall, oh my God, the improvement's crazy.
Vision.
There's a sense of normalcy. Vision. So it's interesting because I have a lot of symptoms with my eyes. So like the little flashes that I used to see dramatically increased, nearly gone. I still,
So it's almost all the way gone.
Almost all the way gone.
Okay. Visual snow.
Also almost.
Like 80% or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say 80%.
Okay.
It's not static anymore.
Good.
Because it was really bad static.
Good.
But now it's kind of just.
Yeah.
It's not really.
You're still healing.
Right. I'm still healing for sure. But every symptom is just.
Tinnitus, how's that doing?
Also on its way out, like 80% better.
That's good.
So everything is just like coming, And
anxiety?
Much better,
okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Because I know, like, you and I have had conversations about, like, what you might do in your future. Mm-hmm. Prior to coming here, were you going to go into psychology? Was that?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you see yourself doing? And you're probably way more optimistic about the future.
Oh, way more, yeah. Well, I would love to work in mental health.
Great.
It's always been a passion of mine. Always, always, always.
Okay. Social work, like, do you have to get a social work degree, or you just get, like what kind of degree?
So I'm going to get my master's in rehab counseling.
Okay.
So I've worked with children with autism, and I've worked at a shelter with kids.
Okay.
And I really, really like that work. I really love it. I think it's
Awesome.
a need that I could fill.
Perfect.
And so with Prolo and your help, I think I'll be able to reach that goal. I'm putting so much more attention on my structural health, because before it was amazing. It was amazing. I think if this had never happened, I would hopefully live a long life, but I would get to an age where all these symptoms would come on their own.
Okay.
Just because before this happened, I was very hunched over a lot.
Okay.
I've had my cell phone, I have it every day, and I'm always like this, right? So since this happened, I'm so much more aware of that.
That's
and
good.
I'm so like you said, every chance I get to tell someone about prolotherapy, I have to tell them about it, because I'm like, you need to look up stuff, because there's so many things people aren't aware of, and I'm sure there's people walking around that don't know these symptoms are coming from their neck, and I've lived it, and it's just amazing, and it's a huge wake-up call.
It'll be interesting. Hopefully we'll stay in touch,
Yeah.
and if God gives us a lot of years to live still. It'll be interesting when you get into, if you are able to work with children, how receptive the parents will be, that you just can't have your kid in front of a tablet and looking down all the time. It's not going to be good for the kid, because the same things that happen in adult are happening in kids.
Yeah, actually, I can testify to that, because I take my 4-year-old to a chiropractor, not the one in Texas, but the one in Maryland that actually really helped me. And she took x-rays of my son at 4 years old. And his neck, our neck's supposed to be curved. His is half curved.
Okay.
Half. And then the top is straight. And I was like, oh my God. And,
it's
already. So I'm already. Every time he has this tablet or something, I put a pillow, or I try to look up, because it's absolutely detrimental.
If parents even just had a TV screen, and the kid had to look up at the TV screen, it's going to be better than the tablet.
Yeah, for sure.
But so happy for you, and appreciate all the ways you promote prolotherapy, but excited, for your future, about the good stuff you're going to do for your future.
Yeah, and if anyone's watching this and they feel just distraught, I felt that way. I remember when I came to you, like I said, I felt like I was near death. Mm-hmm. But there is hope. Yeah. I highly recommend Caring Medical, because you guys literally saved my life.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just a huge advocate for prolotherapy now. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing your story.
Yes, thank you.